that he has one engineering base, so he's going to be getting one upgrade at a time. And just now, BabyKnight getting his first forge. You cannot really get 2 forges now because he's going to be starved for gas. He needs gas for thermal lance, he needs gas for Colossi, and he's not going to have enough gas to also be running double upgrades, get a Twilight Council, yada, yada, yada. As you can see, he's already struggling for gas to start thermal lance.
And I hope he's not going to do a crank. Remember we saw earlier on when Crank went there for an entire game without extended thermal lance, and it nearly lost it for him. Yeah,
that would definitely be a bad situation for BabyKnight. He does now have enough gas and minerals to go ahead and start that, but usually, sometimes, I should say sometimes, not usually, sometimes Protoss players prefer getting out a quick second Colossi over starting thermal lance because they feel like they are rushing Colossi, they're going to be vulnerable early on, so they want to have 2 Colossi out quickly to be able to deal with any kind of push like you talked about, Metals.
Yeah, but that's not coming out, that push I was talking about, because +1 is only half done, and the first medevacs aren't actually in production yet. They are just starting now, so it is, he could still move out, but it's later than if he was trying to rush it out. And that wasn't what he was doing.
Yeah, so the second Colossus is actually not going to be coming out. I think this is going to be one of those fakes that, you know, players like Dignitas Bling and Dignitas Dream love to do too, where they get 1 Colossi and then start switching into the Templar play immediately. We already saw the Twilight Council go down, so the Templar archives can't be too far away.
Very true. And BabyKnight does seem to prefer High Templar anyway.
Yes,
in his play over the weekend, he uses it a lot. And Justin was saying, there we go, the Templar archives is on its way down. Moving across the map, though, is HeroMarine, +1, nearly finishing, Combat Shield, nearly finishing. And guess what's coming up behind it? 2 medevacs.
Yeah, the 2 medevacs are coming in. A stim goes down for one Marine. One Marine is going to be like running in there.
Everything's being seen by an observer. That is brilliant. BabyKnight knows exactly what's coming here.
Yeah, he knows what's coming. His observer is there. He's got the Colossus. He's going to be feeling safe. And HeroMarine sees that first Colossus, and what is his reaction going to be? Is he going to be producing Vikings non-stop? Yes, he is going to be producing Vikings. He will need like 2 or 3.
Oh, some nice force. So he's catching a couple of Marines there. More than really he needed if they were slightly better. But still, he got some units for free. That's great. Yep. Currently, BabyKnight only lost 100 resources this game compared to 800 of HeroMarine.
Yeah, being very cost efficient so far is BabyKnight. His Colossi, of course, going to enable him to do that. Has a 3rd base down the way and a double drop, as you're pointing out, Maddles. Maddles actually our observer now, so if he's bad,
flame me.
You can flame him instead of the observer.
Yeah, it is definitely me now. I am taking all of the criticism if I need it. That's fine. But I'm casting as well. So I've got relatively broad shoulders. I can take it. It's fine. So this drop, if it does come in, there is a photon cannon up at the cliff. This is going to really shut this down.
Yeah, that photon cannon is in position too. Photon cannon is a nice feedback. Great feedbacks. And HeroMarine is in some trouble, loses 1 medevac, and the other units get evaporated immediately. Sick attention there by BabyKnight, getting the feedback and having those cannons in the perfect position, because that's the most likely place the drops were going to be coming from. I mean, red Terran player is not going to go all the way around the map.
It would be too slow, it would be too awkward, but generally everything that's going on here is absolutely great. BabyKnight is about to get some critical things though. Storm nearly finished up, Blink nearly finished up. He's also got +2 nearly finished up. They're all kicking in at about the same time. Still no extended thermal lance though, because of course he went for that tech switch. So for anyone wondering when we were talking about that earlier, the reason it didn't come out is because the Colossus was just to force Vikings. And with already 4 on the field and still producing.
Oh my god, he's falling for it.
He's falling for it. BabyKnight's doing exactly what he wanted. Mind games, mind games, mind games.
Yep. We're gonna be going up to 7 Vikings for just a single Colossus. HeroMarine definitely misreading the game here a little bit, as Storm should be coming out. Is it finished yet? Yes, it's already finished. And there's a lot of High Templar already out on the field. In fact, we are up to 3 High Templar now, so 3 Storms are going to be in store, and that's definitely something that HeroMarine is not going to be expecting, as he is still producing Vikings 2 at a time.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the economical side of things. 71 SCVs to 62 probes. So HeroMarine has got a much better economy at the moment, when you factor in mules as well.
Yeah, that is true. HeroMarine has got a really good economy, and running off of 3 bases, they're all fully saturated. All his gases are running. The observer sees everything, though. BabyKnight knows the 3rd is up, and he is going to be trying to punish it. Now a scan goes down because HeroMarine starts to think, I haven't seen him in a little while. What is he doing? Oh my god, he's got Templars. He's only got 1 Colossus. I fell for it. I fell for the trap, and I produced 9 Vikings, and there's only 1 Colossus.
Which is wasted supply now. Yes, that Colossus will die exceptionally quickly, and it will not have a fun time. But then the Vikings, as anyone who the hot trailer knows, landing Vikings never ends out well for them.
No, never ends up well for them. They get smashed to pieces and one hit by an Ultralisk, but not in this game. That happened in the trailer, of course, as BabyKnight, he knows he's been found out. He knows his opponent is going to be attacking towards the Ghost right now. He wants the hit before that large amount of Ghosts get out on the field. Yeah,
it's going to be a nice little timing window. There are 9 High Templar there. Upgrades 2-0 for both players, so that's quite nice. BabyKnight does have Blink and Storm, as we already are aware of. Dark Shrine also coming down. BabyKnight has effectively used DTs against Terran throughout this weekend.
In some games more effectively than in others.
He used them against 4GG, if I'm not mistaken, actually. That's one of the ways he won.
Yeah, that's one of the ways that helped him win for sure. And that was, of course, the 6 series that we casted earlier on this weekend. The Zealots are going to have charge in a second. They do have 1 armor upgrade now completed. The upgrades are basically identical for both players. So maybe a slight advantage for Protoss, which is good for BabyKnight.
It is indeed. Now, HeroMarine, he is up to 180 supply. BabyKnight, 190 supply. Very, very equal in terms of the army supply and everything else. Well, we have got everything looking very, very equal, actually. Those 2 bars exceptionally similar. And really both players just positioning themselves. BabyKnight is taking his 4th, though. And that is something that is very, very important.
Yes, it is. He is continuing to expand, but so is HeroMarine, also making a 4th command center just finished up as we see a probe trying to construct some hidden pylons on the right side of the map, but a Marine has found out. But there are some more currently completing all around the map, so that's going to be good for BabyKnight. It's going to have reinforcements coming in from every possible angle as HeroMarine is going to be pushing into the 4th base. He is maxed out. He knows his opponent has a bit of an earlier 4th. He feels like he has a good shot.
He does indeed. Some good EMPs go down. A lot of the Zealots losing their shields very quickly. Some stims coming off. Where are the Storms? The High Templar a little bit out of position right at the back. This means that they are a bit late, but here, now they do come, and they are doing a nice amount of damage. But good splitting by HeroMarine. He's done it effectively all throughout the game. The Vikings have been taken out. In terms of this engagement, BabyKnight has won it very substantially, but 6 Ghosts in production at a time.
That was a pretty good engagement. Oh, look at those Zealots. Oh, I thought for a second the Zealots and the DTs might be able to trap the few remaining units there, but he's actually going to be going in to kill this Marine and then going to be attacking into the 4th base. It is not a planetary fortress yet. This is a good timing by BabyKnight. Attacking before the planetary fortress is finished is all that he could hope for.
Yep, he is going straight in. The proxy pylon that was allowing reinforcements taken out by a group of retreating units, and the command center does fall. That is really, really helpful for BabyKnight. He is now a base up on his opponent. In terms of the workers, he's also pretty much equal, but this push coming up straight towards the natural. A couple of DTs in there doing a lot of damage, but so many Ghosts, and the Stalkers blinking out there. They will leave an Archon behind.
Yeah, BabyKnight does not have to attack right now. In fact, he has to retreat because he's down in army supply a little bit, and he has to fall back to his 4th base and just group up with his reinforcements and be ready for the next big battle. What is HeroMarine going to be doing? He is rebuilding his expansion.
He's pulling SCVs, though, with this push, a lot of them.
And Mules.
And Mules, because Mules, they're going to tank up some damage. They might not exist by the time he gets over there, but it's all just all going to help. BabyKnight is 10 supply behind. In terms of the army supply, it is very equal, though. 111 now after that warp into 112 of the red Terran player.
And there's some Mules in there for HeroMarine. They're definitely going to make the difference.
Mules will make the difference, I'm sure, Lillian. But anyway, this is just posturing now, getting into a good position, trying to get a great attack arc, and BattleNet lagging a little bit there. And as we can see, a big engagement coming down. The Storms are hitting. 1 goes down at the moment. Needs some more, though. The Ghosts, though, getting great EMPs, some great snipes off. HeroMarine really playing very, very effectively.
Yeah, there was no detection there to kill the Ghost, and that is really turning this battle around. BabyKnight is in some trouble. Does he still have a Mothership Core? It doesn't really seem like it. He does have a Mothership Core, but is not in position to help defend his 4th, which is a bit of a mistake. That Photon Overcharge could have helped him out a little bit. A lot of the units are on low HP. There's only 3 medevacs to heal everything here. A few Storms can still win the game for BabyKnight.
Unfortunately, there's only 2 High Templar on the field. I don't know where they are. The Ghosts are the Archons are doing a nice job, but with a good Photos fire, they get taken down easily, forcing a blink back. Probes have been pulled. Reinforcements are starting to come across the map now. That Immortal, it gets sniped off.
Yeah, that could have been a vital part of BabyKnight's defense. He does now have the Mothership Core in position. Actually, it's still out of position a little bit.
Yeah, it is unfortunately slightly out of position. And what we need now is for HeroMarine. If he takes out that 3rd, he's going to be in some big problems. And ultimately, as you said, HeroMarine rebuilt his 4th command center, has now taken it. There are proxy pylons around the map, so potential for counterattacks to be with a couple of DTs or some Zealots, but ultimately, what will it do? Not that much when HeroMarine has just got such map dominance.
We need some splash out of BabyKnight, man. He needs some High Templar. There he goes, warps in a few High Templar. Needs to get some Actually, I think he's going to morph them into Archons. That could be a possibility. He has got a lot of Archons in his army composition already. He needs some AoE damage, of course. A few DTs going to be warped into Harass, as we might see another big battle in the middle of the map. HeroMarine positioning himself very aggressively.
We've got some DTs coming into the 4th base. There is detection there with the missile type, but no units to really do anything about it. Stalkers coming in as well. This is a big commitment out of BabyKnight to do some damage. The missile type does get sniped off, a good focus, and suddenly these DTs are able to do an awful lot before the Planetary Fortress is morphed.
Is there a scan? No, there's no scan available. It's going to be another 5 seconds before a scan is available, but there are some EMPs, and those DTs do get cleaned up. That was good, EMPing the Dark Templar to reveal them.
Yep, very smart play by HeroMarine here, showing that he's very confident in his play. He's dealing very well, back and forth, a lot of trading. In terms of the economy behind this, 68 probes to 59 SCVs. If we also look at the loss tab, very, very equal. HeroMarine losing just under 1,000 resources more than his opponent, which is really nothing at this stage of the game when they're both on 4 bases.
That's a good point you're making there, Manos. The unit's loss tab showing that things are pretty close to each other. Not sure what that DT was thinking. Of course there's going to be a missile turret there at this point. But a nice try by BabyKnight, trying to find any angle to do some damage. Is warping in some more stuff there on that pylon. 2 Zealots, and the DT are going to come from behind.
And here we go. We've got a bit of a push in the middle. BabyKnight forced to retreat. HeroMarine got a lot of units there. He does not want to be doing that. Oh, some ghosts. I'm just seeing a couple of ghosts out of position, but the storm's going down very, very early on. A couple of feedbacks hitting the ghost. That's really, really nice play out of BabyKnight. We've got a big engagement here. The storm's right on the money.
They are really good. The storms are good. The Immortals are still alive in the back, dealing a lot of damage. There's a lot of kills on the Immortals. Actually, we don't really see Immortals that often, but they are making the difference in this fight. BabyKnight now chasing down HeroMarine, and he's going to lose a lot of those manifacts. Boost, boost, boost. There he goes.
He gets straight out of there. And any medevacs you pick off at this stage are going to be very, very important going into the later game. And now this 4th Planetary Fortress looking to take some damage, but some good EMPs on those Immortals mean they can get sniped down very effectively. 2-2-4, and BabyKnight forced back yet again.
Yeah, he was overcommitting there a little bit. His Immortals very vulnerable in the back of his army, getting shot at by the Marauders and by the Planetary Fortress, and he ended up losing those hero Immortals that really helped him win that engagement in the middle of the map. Now he only has 2 Immortals remaining instead of the 4 or 5 that he started off with.
So let's recap what we've seen. They've both gone back and forth. Originally, HeroMarine lost his 4th base while he was morphing to a Planetary Fortress. Big, big loss there. But then BabyKnight lost his 4th base in the counter push. Neither player able to really finish the game with those pushes, and then it swung back the other way, back and forth. And I'd say now it's actually pretty even. When we look at the resources lost, HeroMarine has lost a few thousand more, but his economy is fairly equal. With those mules, 10 worker deficit is fine.
He is going to mine out earlier, though. That's something we have to keep into account. I mean, they've been on 4 bases for a long time, and those mules, man, they eat minerals for breakfast, lunch, and breakfast again. Look at the 3rd base, for example, out of HeroMarine. He's only got a few mineral patches left.
Indeed, he has. 1 DT is trying to make sure work in the natural, but unfortunately is getting scanned and revealed. The Marauder managing to survive just due to the medevac being there, so that's good news. We also have a probe sitting here for BabyKnight, suggesting he wants to take his 5th base.
Engagement, though, at the 4th base again. This is going to be where it's at. This is going to be where it's happening. He's trying to get the Planetary Fortress. Will he be able to? Very low HP, and it does go down, but a lot of units were lost for BabyKnight there. He has some storms left. That is vital that he had some storms left to cover himself there.
Look at those EMPs. Absolutely lovely. But the High Templar getting taken out, and now it looks like BabyKnight, he needs to retreat from here. I don't think he can take this one.
He needs to get back home. He needs to warp in another reinforcing round. Oh no, his units get stuck there. The Zealots, actually not Zealots, the Immortals and the Archons both so big, so fat, they got stuck there for a little bit. BabyKnight knows he has to engage here. He's just trying to make the best of a very bad situation because he knows he cannot run. Those Marines and Marauders are faster than his Archons and Immortals.
Now, should BabyKnight be able to take out this army, or at least not die or lose his 4th, then he will be ahead. That is very, very clear. However, if it does go down, the 4th base, or if he just loses, it'll be problems. But these warpins are going to be oh so critical. A good number of High Templar there. The ghosts are very low on energy.
There's some new fresh ghosts, though. They're coming. There's a big group. Look at the...
Yeah, they are on their way. Reinforcements have been called. The 5th base is also coming out at the moment for BabyKnight. So he's posturing himself to be 2 bases up, which is very, very good indeed. But lots of medevac. The medevac count actually up at 10. There are 2 Immortals, an Archon, a DT, and now a lot of High Templar. Those storms going to be oh so critical.
The storms are going to be critical. A lot of those ghosts, of course. There's an insane amount of ghosts. There's 18 ghosts in this army composition for HeroMarine. He's up in supply. He's going to force the cancel on the 5th base. He's re-established his own 4th base. Cancel. Bam. There it goes. Going to give BabyKnight some extra minerals to work with. He's going to warp in a lot of Zealots using those extra minerals.
Indeed, those storms are just being used quite defensively. There are more High Templar at the back, but I hear snipes going off. Big storm goes down there, and it looks like BabyKnight is just about going to be able to hold this off. I do believe the Immortals at the back, the Archons there as well. Very, very helpful, and he should now be able to hold this off.
Oh, is he going to be able to? The Immortals are starting to die off. The Stalkers blink back. A lot of reinforcing Zealots are going to come in here. This is so extremely close. Both players have dead even, 112 supply. BabyKnight does look to have the better army right now. He is the shorter reinforcement path, and HeroMarine is going to be forced to retreat. Only 4 Marauders left. Do we have any Stalkers to chase down a medevacs? We do have a few Stalkers, and they managed to get another medevac down. Every medevac, every unit counts.
It does indeed. Now, the reason that, even though that was a very close engagement, the reason that BabyKnight was able to hold was because of the defender's advantage. With the warp-in, he was looking absolutely fine. In terms of the work count, we're seeing at 66 probes to 54 SCVs. The 4th base re-established now for HeroMarine. The 5th base was forced to cancel, but I imagine it'll get reconstructed very shortly by our Blue Protoss player.
Yeah, he's going to need an additional hit. Yeah, that DT is going to be swiping away a little bit. Did kill something there, not really a big deal.
One of the 2 missile turrets that were revealing it.
It was like, if
I
get at least one, it's going to be worth it.
A lot of SCVs getting taken down. A little bit of dancing around in the middle line. Missile turret forced to cancel. A scan will have to go down if he wants to clean this out. And that's annoying. More SCVs getting killed. 3 kills on this Dark Templar.
And he completely distracted HeroMarine there, and he might have an angle to attack here. Nice storm. Oh my god, what is HeroMarine doing? Standing in those storms. Should have pulled back a little bit earlier. His ghosts were not there to EMP anything, and that was a good engagement for BabyKnight, and things are really starting to snowball now because the Terran is completely mined out of all his bases. He's on 1 base income, whereas BabyKnight, he's mining soon out of 2 full fresh bases.
Yep, he's still got some minerals left at his 3rd. He's mining gas from 3 bases. And this is really, really important for BabyKnight because he's got a very gas-heavy army. He's going for a lot of High Templar, ordering to get a lot of Archons out. He needs to make sure that actually he can push through. And considering we're at the 31-minute mark, there's only been 1 Colossus made this entire game.
Yeah, attack switch could be something that he could do, but he doesn't have thermal lens, so it's going to be a really big investment to get.
He'd need the 2nd robotics facility anyway.
Yeah,
he'd need double Colossi production.
A single Colossus not really going to be making that much of a difference, especially if it doesn't have range. He can get hooked down pretty easily, as we have another DT going to town on these SCVs. He's already got 3 kills. It's just pure SCVs there, and we have to give it to BabyKnight, man. He keeps harassing HeroMarine and making him be at places where he doesn't want to be.
Oh, the DT's a bit fat there between the mineral patches, aren't allowing the Zealots in. But now without detection, that's going to be more awkward. It's also distracting HeroMarine back. He's pulling to go and defend that. Meanwhile, BabyKnight is pushing in towards the 3rd base, getting the reinforcements as they come to. A couple of High Templar there, patiently waiting. But unfortunately, a little bit exposed.
Oh my god, this is starting to get out of control. HeroMarine down 50 supply right now. He is being torn apart. Where do I have to go? Defend my 4th, defend my 3rd, I don't even know. And here's going to be the last engagement of the game. BabyKnight is swarming over the army of HeroMarine. He doesn't even need the storms. There's just too many Zealots in his army composition. GG comes out, and FXO's BabyKnight